Student, welcome back. Today we shall embark on a new topic and one of the important functions of management relating to human force or human resource. And as you can see, that is staffing. In a general sense, staffing is concerned with or staffing is a managerial function. It is a process which is concerned with acquiring the right kind of people in the right number for filling up the organizational position at the right time. It is a continuous function. It is the human being or the employees in an organization that causes or that makes use of the other resources or that puts the other resources into action. It is pervasive in the sense that at all level in an organization there is a requirement of human resource or employees. So when a manager does the work of staffing, he ensures that the required number of employees are procured, keeping in mind the ability, the skill that is required. Then he takes a step to hone the skill, to sharpen their skill, accustom them to the working environment, motivate them so that they work willingly and contributes towards organization goal in an efficient and effective manner. So simply stated, organization functions of staffing consist of filling up the organizational position with right kind of people in right number at a right time. So a manager has to ensure that there should be a proper supply of right number of people in the organization for a right job and at the right time. Ensure the utilization of other resources. An organization is living one. It continues to operate. So there has been or there is a consistent requirement of employees. It is an important function because it is concerned with employing right type of people, developing their skill through training. Then they are placed in a suitable position as per their skill, as per their learning. Then they are assigned the job. So what we see that staffing, it focuses on maintaining and improving the competences of the workforce, the human being. At the same time, they also ensure that the organizational goal is achieved efficiently. Mr. J.R.D. Tata has rightly said, hire the best people and set them free. He has realized that when best people, the competent people, the employees who are competent, they need not to be instructed or they do not require to be overseen again and again. Once you command them, Once you direct them, they would do the work. So that is the importance of staffing and hiring the best people or acquiring the best people. Even Mr. Henry Ford has way back realized the importance of this human resources in the success of an organization when he said, take from me everything, the entire organization, but give me the people that I have. And within the lesser time, I can be more successful than I was. He rightly emphasized that these people, the quality, the ability, the skill that one has, that plays an important role in performing the particular act or activities relating to a particular job of an organizational position. So this is about staffing. It's not only concerned about acquiring, but it is also concerned with developing their skills, competencies through training, motivating them for an improved performance, appraising their performance and rewarding them with incentives as well for a dedicated performance and for better achievement of the organizational goal. Now in modern world, what we find that this staffing is very important, or it plays an important role in an organization. We see that the competition has increased. There is technological changes taking place, lot of innovations every now and then taking place. On the face of it, if the organization has a human resource or a manpower which is very subtle, subtle, flexible, that can change, that can adapt itself with changing technology, then the success of an organization is guaranteed. The technological changes, the pace at which it is taking place, the competition becoming very stiff, very harsh. So in order to survive in such a situation, an expanding market, an organization has to have a right type of people at the right position, that is for a right job. The success is then guaranteed. So keeping in mind the importance, let us discuss about the various importance of staffing. The first is filling the organizational position. Filling organizational position here means that various organizational positions that are created in an organization, those organizational positions has to be filled up by staffing. It means it ensures, staffing here ensures that there should be right kind of people and there should be a right number of people. Not only that, it is also ensured that the people who are being allocated a position or who are being placed in some organizational position, they must be retained in that position so that they develop competencies over there. They get accustomed to the conditions of work, and it is through this that their efficiency becomes more and more. They become more and more efficient. That becomes more and more effective. So the simple requirement is filling of organizational position. The various positions that we have created in an organization can be filled up through the process of staffing, through human resources. Then there is efficient performance. Now this efficient performance, it calls that other resources of the organization, they are utilized by the employees or by the human resources they help us to achieve an efficient performance, because in the process of placing the right people in the right number at the right place as well. So we try to match the right person with the right job. And this human factor, they become very effective or very active in utilization of the other resources. So what we have an efficient performance. It is these resources that activate the other resources, that put to use the other resources. So if they are efficient, the other resources would be used efficiently. Therefore, we have efficient performance. To ensure efficient performance, staffings assure that right kind of people, efficient people are being hired and they are being placed in the organizational position. Then we have optimum utilization of human resource. Now, how staffings suggest optimum utilization of human resources? It is simply because we have seen that there is a match of human being and with the job position, with the requirement of a job position. Apart from them, staffing also ensure that an employee must not be overburdened with work, or there should not be any scarcity of the work in an organization. Therefore, staffing ensure a continuous supply of human power, employees in an organization. And at the same time, it ensure that none of the employee in an organization should be overburdened with the work. If they are overburdened, their performance would be undermined. They won't be able to perform to the maximum. We cannot be able to achieve optimum utilization. So therefore, by assuring continuous supply of required number of human beings and also checking that there should not be any scarcity or underutilization of these human beings, putting them in a proper job, proper position, there is efficient and optimum utilization of human resources. Next, we have developing competencies. Staffing also aims at developing the competencies of the workers through the process of training. Training could be on the job training, off the job training. There could be various types of training. This training is aimed at sharpening and honing their competencies and skills. They are being undertaken with the view that in a world of competition, an organization can only face the challenges through these human forces. And therefore, staffing also aims at developing these competencies. It means we are making them competent to sustain in the required competitive era, to face the competitive era, to face the competition from our competitors. And therefore, this function is developing competencies. And finally, we have staffing also aims at enhancing the employees' morale, or rather the satisfaction level. How there is an improved satisfaction? First of all, we place an employee at a job position for which he is best suited. We place them according to their skill, according to their qualification. Then we develop this employee through training. We sharpen their skill. We accustom them to the working condition. Then there is a provision that the performance of the employees are evaluated at a specified period, at the end of a specified period. At the same time, there is a proper provisions of incentives and reward as well. They are human beings, they have sentiments, they have their other requirement as well. So in the due process of staffing, their requirements, their sentiments are also taken care of. There is proper incentives for them for an improved performance. There is reward. Now these incentives and reward, they are a type of motivation so that they work in a more efficient manner and contribute towards the achievement of organizational goal. Now it is these human resources which also ensure that there will be an improved organizational performance. The overall performance of the organization would increase. So keeping in mind the requirements of an organization, we conclude that this is an important managerial functions whereby the manager try to acquire competent person in required number so that there should not be any supply, any shortage of supply of these employees in an organization. And then he matches, or he places these employees at the right place in a right time, and they then contribute towards the organizational activities. So this is all for today. We shall meet in the next class with steps in staffing process.